What's up? Hello, fellow humans, Planet Earth. How are we all doing on this glorious, glorious video gaming day? Hello, son. There's unfortunately no Logan here, but he might show up at some point. I would dare to hope that he might deign to show his glorious face to us. But until such a time, it is only video games happening. Oh, let me delete these. Did I download that VOD? 1 second. Let's see. I did not. Last VOD I downloaded was the last Fate VOD, which is this. Means I need to. I'll do that while I stream. I think I can download and stream at the same time, probably. Let's see here. Just so I don't forgore. I might forgore. I've forgoren once or twice. I'm trying to do all my VOD stuff right after stream now, because I keep being lazy with it, and I upload like 600 videos to YouTube. Damn! Our first Faith video got a lot of views on YouTube. 32 views and 2 likes? Everything else just has 0 views. Alright, Faith, a good game. I'm glad I gave it a good rating. Let's jump into some Kentucky round. So I think if I want to play this with a controller or not now. So I wonder if there's any difference between these. Act 2, Scene 1, the 0. Continue. Right, I remember where we were. All directions start from the Bureau of Reclaimed Spaces. Wait, I read this. These tunnels are a series of arterioles excavated by runoff from an underground river which long ago evaporated, now the tangled vessels of marooned echoes. The river towers. You have to drive clockwise until you reach the feather, reverse direction, and drive counterclockwise until you hit the birdhouse and turn around again. Always upon it. Okay. So clockwise, feather, birdhouse, and then back again. Wait, this is clockwise. At the Jaws. Pipe Oregon. I had a epiphany while thinking about this game while during the last 2 days while I wasn't streaming it. And I think the idea is that we stream this game not as if it's a game that has any point to it, but as if it's pointless. And I think maybe that might increase my enjoyment of it and make it more bearable. Because I think that... Oh, feather. Okay. I don't know what that 31 thing was there. Weird. I think maybe part of my issue with this game on day one, and this might turn out to be true again. Like I don't know if this is factual or not, but I'm gonna assume that it is factual because at this point it's the only thing that makes sense to me. I think my problem on day one of streaming this game is that I was playing it expecting it to be something more, because usually games like this have aspects to them that are like, oh, you know, I was taking pictures of all the choices we were making and where all the locations were. Because in my head I was going, I bet this is one of those games where it's like, we play through it, and then we get an ending, and then we're like, okay, but how do we get to the true ending, right? And then maybe that will be based on choices we made, or hello, Kaiser, what's up? Maybe that would be based on choices we made, or like what locations we traveled to first, things like that. But in hindsight, I think maybe this is a game that is not going to do that. I think maybe this is a game that is not going to do a bunch of different endings, or it's going to change drastically based on where you've been or what you've done. I think that is probably just supposed to be a very like mellow adventure where you're just kind of supposed to vibe along with it and experience it. That's where I'm at right now. So I think we're just going to try to do that and then see if that's more fun. I fell into the Path of Exile hole again. Nice. I'm playing some Path of Exile too, but I kind of just started a little bit because I'm trying to like finally learn the game. So I'm have you made it to Kentucky yet? Yeah. Oh yeah. Hello to all this as well. I'm trying to learn Path of Exile this time so I can actually like play it without guides. I'm taking it very slowly. I'm reading up on things. I'm learning about how things work. I'm making my own build. So I'm in like, I just got to Act 4, but I guess I'm at the point now where I'm zooming a little bit because I've made my build. I have some idea what I want, so probably play some of that. I don't know about after stream because I might just go exercise and then go to bed, but we'll see. But yeah, as I was saying, I think with games like this, often when they're this simple, it feels like they're hiding something under the surface, and I think maybe the issue is expecting that instead of just playing it. So we'll try to just like have the experience this time, and maybe we'll enjoy it. Who knows? The tunnels are described as a series of arterials excavated by runoff from an underground river which long ago evaporated. Now the tangled vessel of marooned echoes. They're surprisingly large. A distant scratching sound catches Conway's attention from a tunnel leading downwards. Another tunnel runs into the darkness to the left. Climb down. Conway and Shannon climb down. The tunnel narrows a bit. The air is warmer here. Climb down. Shannon has a sense of something is hiding just out of sight. Climb down. Conway and Shannon climb down. 3 grey-furred cats sit on a piece of driftwood. Tails coiled, they regard the intruders for a moment and return to their indifferent leisure. Can we go back to the cave, or...? I'm not sure what that 65 is. Especially next to all of my build planning. Sorry, I gotta keep moving. Oh. I'm fine. I'm fine. What is this 259 stuff? As soon as you next all the my build planning falls apart, too much build enabling stuff and variations I don't see, I'll never be able to come up with some negative cold resistance scaling Uber build. Yeah, me neither. But I do wanna... I do want to try to learn the game enough that I can just play it without like needing a guide, or if I'm using a guide, at least I understand what I'm doing and why I'm doing it, rather than just following a guide blindly and just assuming, I guess. I really don't like the thing I hated the most about Path of Exile by far is launching the game and then having a guide open and then just like having to like listen to what someone else has told me to do. It feels like an advanced form of like backseat gaming to me. Because what I think what I enjoyed the most about Diablo 4 is you know, just being able to like launch the game, play it. I don't have to worry about anything. I can just launch the game, play it, try different builds, do whatever I want, change myself mid build. Like there's no pressure at all there to follow a guide in any way. Now it's at 31. Okay, so it does seem like we can go back to places we've been already. Now this is 65. I don't think happens if I push a button. I think I'm at the point where I can see faults in the guide and adapt to my circumstances. I think Grim Dawn is perfect for that. Last Epoch, I mean. Yeah, that's possible. I just have a really big investment in Path of Exile. I mean, I'm wearing a Path of Exile shirt. I should probably try Last Epoch though, but I don't know. I feel like nothing can scratch the itch the same way Path of Exile does. It's such a good game outside of how unnecessarily complicated it is and how much it relies on outside information. It's such a good game. I really wish they would have taken the time to just make sure all the information is available in game, all of it. Like, put all the information in the game. Don't hide anything from the players. Oh, this is the mine. Right? These mineral springs radiate with vigor and sweat youth from the pores of the cave walls, its sweet dampness evaporating and then recollecting on the ruddy faces of rejuvenated bathers. Drive clockwise to the feathers, then come back to the talon. Turn again, and you are here, and there you are. Okay. Clockwise to the feather, and then go to the talon. Do that. When I played it, I thought I could be playing PoE, and then the League came out, and I went back to PoE after my short stint. In-game currency exchange is a game changer, yeah. I mean, the biggest game changer for me is being able to spend gold to respec. That's actually huge. As someone who's allergic to like interact with other players, I haven't got to the currency exchange yet. But being able to just spend gold to respec, which I've done multiple times already, like I probably respec like legitimately like 50 points or something, like, you know, over multiple respecs, maybe more even, and that's before Act 4. Which is really nice. Okay, and now I go back and test the talent. It's cool because it's super fast. I couldn't afford to when I reached maps. I mean, I can't afford to do that and keep my place running, but I can afford to do one or the other, so. As described in the brochure, these mineral springs radiate with vigor and sweat ooze from the pores of the cave walls, its sweet dampness evaporating and then recollecting on the ruddy faces of rejuvenated bathers. The air does have a warmth and fragrance to it that seems to relax the nostrils. Shannon encourages Conway to rest his leg in the water. Rest for a while. Conway rests for a while. The water is warmer than it looks and strangely soothing. Think about the night stars. Conway leans his head back, eyes closed. It still feels like night down in the cave. Not just the darkness, but the lateness of it. Somewhere on the other side of this rock, the stars are still drifting along indifferently. He remembers some of Charlie's homework. From when he first went to college. Charlie was home visiting Lisette and Ira for the weekend, and had some book about astronomy, or physics or something, maybe math, watching the relative speeds at which different stars pan across the sky, and using it to determine their distance. Leaving the springs, Conway finds a few small aquatic insects nestled in his pant leg. He leaves them behind. Alright, back to the beer, I guess? I think this is the way back. Actually, maybe it isn't. No, I think it might be. It was like 10k plus per point at level 5. But shouldn't you be getting a lot of gold at that level too, though? Or is 10k gold a lot at that level? Because I mean, I spent like 1,000 gold for like, I don't know, 10 points at level 25 or something. I get like 8,000 a tier 16 map. I mean, that's... I guess, yeah, that probably makes sense. But to be fair though, you zoom through a map in like... you zoom through a map in like no time though, I assume, right? Like a map probably takes like 3 minutes. Am I just going in circles? But also I think I'm okay with that, because I think it's the earlier levels where you really want to respect them most, because that's when I'm still trying things out, still learning about the game. I first thought I was going for like a cold build, but then I wasn't doing that, and then I started going for the poison concoction build. Then I realized that getting poison multiplier is probably better than getting pure chaos damage. And projectile damage, though now I'm not sure about that. I think it feels bad when I might have let miss, right? Because I read that the amount of poison damage you do depend on the damage of the projectiles. I think I do want projectile damage now. Depends on the map and the mechanics. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Still good though. Like, still really good. I think if they just made it so you can respec freely, that would actually be really nice. But it's still good that they have a better version to do it. Still super good, even if it becomes a little bit inaccessible later. The Deep Valley, the site of an epic laceration to the very heart of the world, certainly left by some great power, perhaps a casualty in a battle between God and Dinosaur. Counterclockwise to the bottle, turn around and drive clockwise to the still, and turn around and you're nearly on top of it. So there are some sort of connections there, right? Like the feather and the talon, the feather and the bird's nest, I think it was, right? Was it bird's nest? Wait, I haven't been to that. Also, are these the numbers that I see at the end of the thing? Maybe I should note those down. I didn't go here. I just skipped right to the mineral springs. So, a gallery of mislaid futures, abandoned on lonely highways as American industrial design shifted its gaze to the intangible. Counterclockwise towards the TV. When you reach the TV, drive clockwise to the antenna. Now turn around again and head just past the barn. Okay. So, TV, antenna, counterclockwise to TV, antenna, barn. If you don't want to follow a guide, you should think about using a path builder. Yeah, I'm using path builder. I'm doing that. Yeah, I'm using that. I think the game is like unplayable without it, but. Which is like one of my complaints, right? Like I feel like you probably shouldn't have to. You probably shouldn't have to use a third-party tool to just play the game. Probably should be a part of the game, in my opinion. But hey, you know, to each their own a little bit, I guess. But I really get the sense with all the information that they give you in the path of building thing, of like. Without getting all that information, would just be literally be impossible to play the game. Because I'm getting so much information about stuff that you would never get in game. That helps me determine, like, oh, okay, how much damage is this gonna do? Like, let me find out which mod scales my damage the most and how big. Yeah. It is. If you make a game this complex, I don't think there's a way to really lay everything bare through gameplay alone, except if you want to read 20 slides at the start of the game. Well, I just think that, like, I think the path of building feature should probably be part of the game too, right? They should probably be easily accessible in the game. Like when you open the skill menu, there should be like a little thing that pops out where you can like get that information, right? Maybe like if I hold down like shift or whatever for additional details when I hover over like a modifier in the thing, gives you path of building information like, oh, if you get this, then it would increase your my poison concoction damage by this much damage or whatever, right? I think the crafting, I don't know if they've done it. I haven't played in like, I don't know, like a year or something. That could also around new players even more. It's a tough balance. Like, yeah, but you can. That's where you can have that optionally hidden, right? Like you can have the advanced stuff just completely hidden from sight unless you intentionally go out of your way to find it. And you can also have it written down in like a very. You can have the simple thing there, right? Which just says increases your damage by X amount of percent. I don't know if they have it, if they've updated this at all, but like the crafting thing is what pissed me off the most, which is why I stopped playing last time. Which is needing to go to third-party sites to do crafting and to even know what you can craft of the items and like what items are good bases and stuff. Right, I really wish all that stuff was just in the game. Like I could just right-click an item or whatever and get all the information about it. Like, oh, these are the modifiers you can craft on it. This is like all the stuff this item gets. Crafting. So yeah, that stuff annoys me the most. Like I really wish I could look at an item in the game and discern for myself completely if that item is good or bad, not based on a loot filter, not based on information. Just click it and be like, okay, oh, this can get tier 1 life, oh, this can get movement speed, oh, this item can get me chaos damage, I need that, cool. That's like one of my biggest things. Also love the like mini games, like gosh darn is Syndicate or whatever it's called. That stuff is it's like, you know, like a PhD in criminology to understand that. So alright, so if you have this person, right, and you have like tier 3 with them, then you betray this person, then they get this thing, and then if you side with this person doing this thing, go attack this person's thing, then they get that thing for this thing, and then when you do that thing, then you do this thing, and then over there you get this thing, and then you betray that person, and then you save this person, you don't betray this person, but you betray this person. It's like, Jesus Christ. And all that for some like just some loot at the end. You're like, all right, cool. Wait, what are we saying? It that fled goes into research. The brochure describes this place as a gallery of mislaid futures, abandoned on lonely highways as American industrial design shifted its gaze to the intangible. They made enriched breech zones, that's all I can remember, okay. It is a large warehouse full of oddly shaped vehicles, blimp-like rusted vessels mostly painted in dull green that has now faded towards brown. No path has been carved to navigate between them, and many have been damaged enough to leave menacing bits of metal running jaggedly through their small open spaces. It's all a visitor can do to stand at the edge of the building, neck craned, trying to glimpse something. I used to make some pretty safe cash when that league was current. Yeah, I don't do any trading. Like, my character is SSF right now, and I plan to keep it SSF. I would play hardcore too if I felt comfortable, but I think if I'm gonna learn, I did play hardcore without any build, doing a minion build, which was pretty straightforward and easy. But if I'm gonna actually try to like learn the game, I think just doing a non-hardcore is gonna be more fruitful in the long run. Because I didn't really learn much in the minion build. I just learned that minions are good and that they're safe. I'll probably never play hardcore. Pathx, I don't think I'm in for that. I enjoy it. I think it's fun. I would prefer it because it adds a lot of stakes to everything. I don't like I've died once because I was AFK. I haven't really died any other time or been close to it. So far up to Act 4, which I mean that's not very impressive, of course, but how do I escape this loop I'm in right now? H-frame. Sometimes I just die with no chance to react. Yeah, but I think but a lot of that probably has to do with the fact that you're playing softcore, though, right? Huh? Oh yeah. I mean, I think there's some inevitable that's playing hardcore for sure. Like there's some stuff that you just like you can't get over it, and that's just how the game works. Which is bad. But I think if you have a good hardcore build and you're playing pretty safely, I think you can avoid like 99% of deaths. Except for some really rare stuff or some mechanic just won't switch you and there's nothing you can do about it. I can do the axe without dying at this point. Yeah, that's nice. I don't know how to get back. If I was my current guy, I would be done with the league. I don't have that kind of time. Yeah, that's fair. I like the pressure. It makes me feel alive. But when I played all my hardcore characters died. Some of them died in really stupid ways, like really stupid ways. But just the way my pulse rises when I'm like close to dying or I'm in an intense situation, I just love that. That's why I love the WoW Hardcore too. Exact same thing with WoW Hardcore. Anytime my character was close to dying, my pulse would be through the roof. And same with like anytime my character would die, it'd just be like, holy crap! Like my heart is pounding in my chest. Okay, I don't know how to get back. It's probably the same reason I like playing Rust so much, because Rust kind of has the same thing going for it, where you're like... everything you do has really high stakes tied to it. Like, you could die and lose everything at any point. Maybe if I sleep, it will bring me back to where I was. Like I think I'm stuck in a loop at this point. Yeah, maybe that's a good idea. Do we just change the drivers now? Is that how that works? Self-storage? Act 2, Scene 2. St. Thomas Church. Did I accidentally go where I was supposed to go? Is that it? Over there? I don't see any congregation. It's dusty in here. You work with antiques. You should be used to a little dust, right? She just commit dust, right? Can I? I can't open this while I'm in there. Cool. Up northways by the lake, right where Pyrenees. Back to 65, heading north. Heading north. Right there for it. Okay, so, kind of chilling out, I guess. It's Auntie, everyone. Oh, here for the night mass? What kind of mass is it? Where's the congregation? I guess it must look pretty strange, a church without a congregation. When they first moved in here, man, this place was packed. They had a mass every night, 2 on Sunday. But it got a bit awkward to fit everyone in, and the numbers quickly dwindled. Once folks started to see it as the thing that was falling apart, they lost their center of gravity and just started wobbling. Then the preacher stopped coming too, but he left his old tapes, same with the organist. And I found some old acetates in the bureau archives. Photos of people in churches, so I keep it running. You do what you have to do, right? We've all got a job. Work is play for mortal stakes. That's the title of the evening's homily, in fact. So I guess if you folks aren't here for the mass, you must be looking for the old bureau records. I moved them down to unit C315 to make room for the mass. It's down at the other end of the building, same floor. I need to get the night masses started, but you can borrow my keys. C315. I'll go. You wait here. Rest your leg. You're looking kind of pale. Nice lady. Well, I better get to this running. Brandon presses play on an old tape machine. Conway listens to the homily. There are many days on which we proclaim the value of labor and celebrate the piety of the hardworking through feasts or abstinence, recognizing Saint Joseph the worker, who was foster father to our Lord Jesus, and who trained him in carpentry and in the merit of sweat. And this is one such day. Let's to the homily. On this day we celebrate with the feasts of Saint Joseph, the worker, and on this day, other workers are also celebrating. Workers who do not attend Mass, or even one like it. Even workers who do not attend church at all, but who toil with clarity, with dedication, with perspicacity, who do as we do here in our church, inasmuch as they reflect the activity of God. As we do, they cultivate the earth, and at sundown they call the fruit of their labor very good. Beyond this church, this day is celebrated in remembrance of a violent protest in Chicago, and to honor the 4 martyrs who were unjustly prosecuted in its wake, having not only pursued their vocation in their daily labor, but also having pursued a vocation in the form of protest, activism, community building, radicalization, scholarship, And finally, martyrdom. There and our avocation begin as it should be for us all, as members of the church or otherwise, to secure for our fellow workers the right to labor with dignity. So, just as there is no dignity without sacrifice, there is no vocation without avocation. Just as the left eye perceives that which is to the left, and the right eye perceives that which is to the right, and these images are summed, indifferented, and incorporated, and we find in our mind's eye an afterimage of divine light, only where love and need are one, and the work is play for mortal stakes, is the deed ever really done, for heaven, and for the future's sakes. Okay, that's it. Next, there are some rituals that you and I aren't allowed to participate in. I don't think, and I don't remember them anyway. I got it. Got what? We were just listening to the sermon. What? I found what we came here to get, the file on the street name change. You don't look good. Let's head back to the bureau and get this straightened out. Then maybe you should go see that doctor the clerk recommended. I don't think I'm vibing with the game completely, but I think it's easier to play if I just imagine it being a game about nothing. So far, at least. Let's not play with the controller. Let's switch up a little to see how we feel about it. So, random access self-storage. Is this like a computer thing? Is that literally like RAM? I'm just pushing her. RAS, yeah. Our ass. Jesus, are you alright? What the hell? My leg's stuck. Shit, okay, I'm gonna pull you out. We have to get you out of here. Here you go. Okay, are you hurt? Can you put any weight on that leg? It's all messed up. Here, let's get you out onto the tram. There you go. Now let's see if this thing has power. Hey, old man, look at me. Can you hear me? What happened? I don't know. He collapsed. I think he blacked out. He was mumbling about the old mine for a minute. The old mine where we met. I'm okay. Bullshit, we're going to see that doctor. She hands Brandon the doctor's card. How do we get to this address from here? I don't know. It's pretty tricky going back and forth between, you know, here and there. The bureau's the only way I know. Some of those folks do it all the time. Commuters. Just go back the way you came. Find the crystal and then turn around. Go back the way you came, find the crystal and turn around. Let's find different objects. went here, went there, went here. Scarecrow. Then head counter to reach the pendulum. Reverse Osborne drive, keep driving clockwise, and you can't miss it. Okay. Return, find. Oh! Oh, there's a return thing there. I didn't even. Oh, I didn't. I should have kept reading. Scarecrow, pendulum. So clockwise to the Scarecrow, then pendulum. Okay, gotcha. I don't know if I just heard someone ring the doorbell or not, but I feel like the house would be going crazy if that happened. I don't know. Pendulum. Sounds on deja vu here. That's odd. What? Just, you know, deja vu. Same here. I always feel kind of embarrassed when it happens, like I'm in a play, but I don't know my lines. Oh well. Hi, Lips! Hi, fröken! Best viewers on Shannon loves you. Thank you, Shannon. That's the most scuffed URL I've ever seen. Yeah, there's some dude standing there. That was a really scuffed URL. So, return, we find the Scarecrow again, turn around, before long you'll be back up. I bet there are some like hidden combinations there, but I don't feel too compelled to go look for them. Oh, the meter's up there. The site of an epic laceration to the very heart of the world, certainly left by some great power, perhaps a casual. Oh yeah, okay. Bottle, and then clockwise to the still. Around here, okay. So bottle, still, counterclockwise to bottle, still. Never know. Did it say to keep going here, or what did it say? What the brochure calls an epic laceration to the very heart of the world, certainly left by some great power, perhaps a casualty in a battle between god and dinosaur, is more of a rocky valley separating the road from a sheer cliff face. It's difficult to see how deep it runs, as the rock slopes into shadows, but a few dozen lanterns strung across at an interval suggest its scale, larger than a basketball court and smaller than a financial district. Alright, good to know. I bet there's some hidden areas in this place, but I don't really feel like trying to find them. I just put those cargo ships away. Wrinkle ASMR. So reclaim spaces also sounds like a computer thing, right? Oh, it's Horn Guy, Antler Man with the cat, kitty cat. Can we talk to Clerk Lola Chamberlain again? I'm afraid she left in a big hurry, actually. Something happened with your meeting. She seemed pretty interested in the gas station attendant. Oh yeah, true. I don't know who that is, but she did seem distressed. Well, heading back to the interstate. I can process you whenever you're ready to go back, just let me know. We've got a few more things to see down here, I'd say. We live in a simulation. Describes wearing a hollowed out plastic radio as a shell. It's just this entire place gives me really hard computer vibes, I guess. That would be that could be a cool concept. Like, this is probably overthinking this game, but like the concept like a game mid development getting deleted, and these are like the remnants of the game that are being reclaimed by the people that live in the game world or whatever. And that's why the traversal between the areas is so. Why did you go past the other floor? Did I type wrong? And that's why you could have the traversal between the areas. And some of the areas are just kind of like, you know, they're just text or whatever. Because they were never finished. I guess I was supposed to go to floor 2, huh? There's sneaky and there's spooky. I guess there's nothing more to see here. Let's head down, I guess. I don't think anyone else wants to talk to us. Maybe check the top floor one since we already got this far. Alex. Hello again? Hello again. What's up, Phil's bag man?
Mister?
How there, mister? Hi? Har du liksom på alt der fordi du sjekket den boten, eller? Ja? Må bare legge deg med lyks, du. Ja, bare legge deg med lyks, du. Good. Good. What's up, Phil's bag man? How fare you? Are we gonna finish this game today? Maybe. I don't know. I have no idea. I fear. Judging by how long the game allegedly is, I would say probably not. But we'll see what happens. I mean, it is supposedly doable in 2 streams. I don't know if I'll actually finish it in 2 streams, though. But definitely on Sunday, for sure. Saturday is our last speedrun stream. Not our last, but like our last, at least weekly one. I think. We're ready to be processed. She hands the receptionist Lula's card. Can you tell us how to get to this address? We're looking for Dr. Truman. Of course, this is in a neighborhood just outside of Bowling Green. Get on 6-5 going southwest. Take a right just past the observatory, just before the river. If you continue north, you'll be there shortly. Oh, get a picture of that. Just in case it's one of the things where the game doesn't tell me, so I start driving my car around for several years. Happy to help! Yeah, well, worst case, I think we'll finish this really shortly on Sunday stream. Okay, so now we're back. We're at Marquez's farmhouse. Let's go check out the gas station. He also has fallen asleep in the chair. Okay. So, did they update my field notes? Oh yeah. Get on 65 going southwest, take a right just past the observatory, just before the river. Then just keep heading north. The neighborhood at the address on Lula's card has been demolished. In its place is a large museum, still partially under construction. You belong in a museum. Act 2, Scene 4. Museum of Dwellings. Oh yeah, he was talking to his dog. Guy was a weirdo. What did he say? Just small talk, you know, like you talk to your buddies or something. Like you talk to a dock worker. It's like, damn, this is a lot of rain. I haven't seen rain like this since the storm a couple of years back that took out Lysette's herb garden. I just feel bad for the old dog, getting dragged all over by a couple of drunks. Old dog like that should be sleeping on a porch somewhere. Well, that's loyalty for you. Well, they didn't stay long anyway. I heard the man and the lady talking when they first came in, but they didn't see me. He had his umbrella open inside. What were you doing up that late? Mom lets me stay up late all the time. She says it's okay, as I was just looking for frogs. What were the man and lady talking about? The man said his leg was hurting him. They were looking for Dr. Truman, but he was already gone. But they didn't know, so they kept looking around. I just assumed they were from the power company, you know? How they've always been coming by unannounced and messing up with this or that. I just shut myself up in my room to wait it out. No sense getting involved. They definitely weren't from the power company. Well, I wouldn't complain if they were, really. With the storm going on, I know they have to do their business. Doesn't affect me, I've got my generator, but you know some of these folks around here unprepared? Totally unprepared. Weird? I was playing in that empty cabin and they came by. They asked about Dr. Truman. I know where he went, but I didn't tell them. Where did Dr. Truman go? It's a secret. Ezra told me, and I can't tell anyone else. Who's Ezra? He's my age. He doesn't really live here, just passing through with his brother, Julian. First they're going to help us, but I can't say any more about that. We have a lot of his secrets. The lady asked me about my parents and told me they were upstairs in the greenhouse. You want to hear a weird story? Of course I do. The old man asked me about the cabin. He said it looked like another house he knew, and he wanted to know where it came from. I told him nobody lived there, so he went inside. He took a long time exploring. When he came back out, he told me all about it. Where was the other house he knew? I don't remember. He seemed sad. Was there a place where something sad happened? Yeah, I remember. He woke up there one morning and he didn't know where he was. He was alone. He waited all day for someone to come and tell him why he was there, but nobody did, so he left at sundown. He went upstairs and also looked around the other rooms. I played with the dog. What did he do in the kitchen? He just stood still for a while. He said he likes kitchens. He feels safe in the kitchen. Now that part is weird. He said he went into the basement. The cabin doesn't have a basement. He said he found a staircase in the closet. He said he found a secret door in the floor. Then he found a rope leading down a long pit and he climbed down. It was so long, his arms got very tired and he fell in the dark. The walls were covered in glowing moss. He used the light of the moss to find a lake at the bottom of the pit. The water swept him away until he didn't know where he was, and he slept in the water. He was a good swimmer, so he found his way back. Swept him away. He woke up on the floor of the cabin. He came back outside and we said goodbye, and I didn't talk to him anymore. A little doggy house for the little dog. We ought to get some real chickens in that coop. Oh, it's a chicken coop. That explains the, like, netting around it, I guess. Just homesteading. None of these folks know how to live off the land, you know what I mean? It's just a display, another kind of dwelling. Yeah, no offense against you guys. I mean, I appreciate what all you've done for us. All they've done, it's just a display, like... What is this, like a deleted type deal? That dog was in nearly as bad shape as the old man, just sort of shrugging along. They found some treats in the doghouse exhibit. They seemed to cheer him up a bit. Treats in the doghouse exhibit. I think you need to get some real horses in the stable. Did the strangers go in the stable? No, they just poked around a bit and talked about barns. They were pretty boring. They were pretty boring. Speaking of barns, there's one right there. The moment I now recall most clearly from their short visit was the birdcage exhibit. The old man stopped to rest, or maybe to think. The young woman had been anxious up to that point, but she stopped as well and examined the birdcage more closely. It seemed to elicit a tenderness from her. She ran one fingernail along the bars of the wire cage, marking out a tuneless scale, like a child's xylophone. And then they moved on. Sure, I talked to them for a bit. Actually, we talked for quite a while. I wasn't busy, I was happy for the company. Can't sleep in a storm like that, I never could. Did you see how they got in? They came right in the front door, it wasn't locked. Your security here is kind of shitty. I wasn't gonna say, but... What did you talk about? I told him to put his umbrella away. I get great shelter I got great shelter right here. I had a bottle in my coat and I could see the old guy looking at it. And his leg was hurt pretty bad, so I offered him some. He got real awkward about it. I bet he's in a program. Anyway, they were asking about Dr. Truman. I remember him. He was here for a bit and then he left. That's what I told them. But where did he go? And I zoom in with a... Is it... With mouse and keyboard you can zoom in. How do I do that with the... Not that. Not that? Okay, guess that's not an option, I guess. A homeless guy living under a bridge. Dude living in a house with chickens and stuff. Birdcage. Giant barn in background with thing over the... with symbol over the entryway. That's our truck outside. That's our dog, Blue. I guess they must have gone through some papers here. It was in some disarray, and a few folders were pulled out and left on the table. I mean, it wasn't too bad. I only noticed because Diane is such a stickler. She's real organized, I mean. What folders were they looking at? Yeah, mostly stuff about the building site. I guess they had a list of all the homes we relocated here. A list of original residences before we leveled the neighborhood. I guess they were looking for one of the old residents. They pulled out a list of folks who didn't take the offer, folks who moved elsewhere, but they filed that back out of order, so I guess they didn't find what they were looking for there. Hey, while I have you here, work's kind of slowed down, it seems like. I know you folks know what you're doing, but it seems like the residents are just kind of settling in. That's the idea. Yeah, I get that, just how about that roof, huh? You just write us a check and we'll finish it right up. I know you've got this museum thing going on, but you don't want to be slumlords now. Slumlords? Yeah, they came by and knocked on the window, and we had a bit of a talk through the glass. I would have come out, but you know, shady characters. What did you talk about? They were asking about Dr. Truman, and I told them what all I know about that, which is not very much. What do you know about Dr. Truman? I told them he moved in here with the rest of us when you folks brought up the neighborhood. Then one day his house was gone. That's all I know about that. I don't want to talk about that anymore. I heard them banging around out there and I just stayed quiet. I don't know what they wanted. I just put my headphones on and tried to ignore them to tell you the truth. Bastard, man. They interacted up by the train. I didn't see anything, but no. Do you know, at first I thought it might be the Hudson walking up to visit. I'd heard him working on his boat just a bit earlier, before the storm started. But then I saw the stranger's limping gait and the young woman with him, and I knew it couldn't be. I invited them in for a glass of bourbon, which they politely declined. I talked to them on the porch for a bit. I can't even see the bottom option. What did you talk about? Oh, we talked a bit about the neighborhood. I told them about Hudson and his sailboat, a nice young couple in the greenhouse, and the charming Dr. Truman, who used to live here. They were very interested in him, but of course, well, I don't know where he went. Do you know, I don't believe either of them had ever set foot on this houseboat before. I don't know if the older man had ever seen an ocean, in fact. It has always been my fondest dream to retire on an old houseboat. That's why I accepted your offer and moved in here. It isn't perfect, but what home ever is? I only wish the house would sway a bit. I find that it settles my nerves. Well, if you ever know a storm like that, last one. A houseboat could be a fun place to live. In fact, he had his umbrella open indoors. It wasn't leaking that badly. I really don't like this umbrella open indoors business, huh? I feel like a houseboat could be pretty fun. I'd live in a houseboat. Hey, they were hollering at that empty tent you folks have on display. Huh. Hey, if you ever need anyone to stay in there, I've been in number of positions. If the houseboat was has sick internet, yeah, of course. Yeah, of course, it needs to have internet, of course. Also, there's an eagle or something up in the rafters. I think we're ready to take an elevator, sure. Let's quickly take a gander over here to make sure. Yeah, we are. That's a great house, but today lots of plants. Looked like a little water world, but comfy. What a coinkydink! I just wonder how hard they are to maintain. Like, what's like the average lifespan of a houseboat, and what do you do if you know, like if it loses some buoyancy? Is there an easy way to fix that, or are you just gonna screwed? How many people live in houseboats? Imagine strapping a motor to that thing though, and taking the whole house with you to the store. Oh, we're kind of nice. I'm just sitting here and I was like, alright guys, just gonna go to the store real quick. Brrr. There's a giant bird in the background. And a permanent parking space is also pretty expensive. Oh yeah, probably. We were working in the greenhouse and I saw them come up in the elevator. They were lost, obviously. It was obvious. Oh, of course I saw them looking at the odd-shaped building. Sure, the round metal one? Yeah, that one. House of the future sort of thing. I've always thought it looked more like a grain bin. Actually, I guess it's sort of romantic. Anyway, they seem interested in it. Tired, huddling under their umbrellas, they still stop to examine this strange building. I mean, it comes with a lot of problems, like, you know, electricity, internet, sewage. Difficult to say or see or even hear a storm like that, but I was awake and alert, studying the week's forecast. It should even out shortly, I'd say. Did you talk to them? Yeah, we had a short conversation. The young woman heard my radio crackling from the cabin, that's about it. The old man was a bit disoriented. What did she want to know about your radio? She thought she recognized the model just from the noise it was making. I didn't even know the model myself. She told me many old radios from the period had badly designed tuning circuits that caused some kind of resonant feedback in certain spots on the dial. Easy to pick out if you have the ear for it. Smart young woman, and I always love to chat with an artisan. Well, then they had to leave, looking for a doctor, I think. The old man was having a bad time. It was a short conversation. Flora was playing down on the lower level, and we'd been having a glass of wine in the greenhouse. We ducked out of the way when he came in, after all. They were complete strangers. We didn't know them. Did you overhear them talking? Well, I heard a young woman ask your friend about this job. He's some kind of furniture collector or dealer, I think. It didn't sound like things were going well. Maybe they were here looking for a buyer? Yeah, definitely some kind of furniture collector or dealer. I heard him talk about antiques. Hey, this is an actual person we can talk to. I saw you folks drive up. I like your truck. What kind of truck is that? I'm guessing it's a kid. We got a couple of them at the shop, but this is the only one that runs. Oh yeah? With a truck you've got to keep it up. That's why me and Julian don't use a truck. We just carry. Oh yeah, Ezra is the guy that knows where the doctor is. Oh, who's Julian? Julian's my brother. He's a lot bigger and stronger, and he has more feathers than me. But he's still my brother. Okay, so that's the big bird we saw flying in the background of the house, carrying the house. Where do you take the houses? Me and Julian take them out of the forest every night, and then we bring them back at dawn before the museum opens. Is Dr. Truman in the forest? Yes, ma'am. He's out in the forest. Me and Julian took him out there a few nights ago and didn't want him to come back. He lives there all the time now. This museum is an okay place to live in the daytime, but it's no good at night. Vultures can't sleep in a place like this, or when they do, it gives them nightmares. So we take them out of the forest to sleep and bring them back in the morning. I'm getting pretty tired myself. He hurt his leg. We're looking for Dr. Truman to help him out. Is your family in the forest? Oh no, I don't know where they are. Me and Julian were looking for them for a while, but anyway, we have a job to do here now, taking these people out to the forest at night so they can sleep. And maybe if the rest of them will be like Dr. Truman and want to stay out there, we'll get back to looking. Can you tell us how to get to the forest? You have to follow the Green River way out east and then hop over Lake Cumberland. The roads don't go there. Okay, let's take a picture of that. The roads don't go there. But me and Julian can take you. We were just about to go anyway. I've just got to call him over. Cook, 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 cook. Yeah! My umbrella! Under my umbrella. Ella, yeah. Oh. Oh, that's cool. Launch this big on the park lot by the yeah, we can't move any further. There's a limit to how far we can move, I guess. You did say something along the Green River, I think. Is it now part of my journal is the question? No. Follow the river way out east and then hop over Lake Cumberland. Sweden is bedding east. Oh. Oh. You belong in a museum. This is the lake we're supposed to hop over? Good job. Small figure. A tiny grey figure walks on the side of the road, carrying what appears to be a guitar case. He is followed close by a smaller shape. A dog. Hello, sir. A robot dog? What river did it say? The Lake Cumberland is what it said. This is like a lake to me. Lake. Shadowy figure drags itself out of the lake, stuffs his limbs into a smart blue suit, and trudges out of view. Okay. That was a Green River Lake. And here the Green River ends. Okay. I'm looking for Lake Cumberland. Oh, found it. Okay. Oh, there probably is. That's probably it. Act 2, Scene 5. A forest. Oh. We're just a little baby boy. We don't know any better. It's okay. Just take it easy. We've got to get back on the road. We will, but we need to get this leg looked at first. Right now, you're in no condition to haul anything out of that truck, even when we do find Dogwood Drive. Why is this delivery so important to you? It's my job. Yeah, okay, I get that. My dad used to say I was born with a soldering iron in my hand. It's just always been who I am. How do you want to be with these people? I bet you were pretty wild when you were younger. Nah, I know, you probably met them on a farm or something. When I'm old like you, I'll still be wild. Lost all my money, but a $2 bill. I'm on my long journey home. Oh, not there anymore. I don't know if these are original to the game or not, but they're nice. I like them. I'm sick and lonesome and I'm feeling kinda blue. Feeling kinda blue, boys, feeling kinda blue. I'm sick and lonesome and I'm feeling kinda blue. I'm on my long journey home. Har du sidespillet det? Ja. Gammel. Har du sidespillet, gammel? Ja, har du sidespillet. Ja. Du er gammel. Du er gammel. Gammel var du da. Stuck in a raining and I've got to go home. Got to go home, boys. Got to go home. It's dark and I'm raining and I've got to go home. I'm on my long journey home. Wait, the house disappeared. Wait, what? Weird. Shouldn't be much farther now. I think I see where the settlement ends over there. These have some fine-looking trees. Ah, yeah, really nice. You a tree enthusiast? I like birds. Birds like trees. Oh, I can follow that logic. You're in a lot of pain right now, aren't you? I'm just thinking about getting back to work. We're almost there. We'll get you patched up and back in that truck. We can handle this. Have you ever been here in the winter? Have you ever been over to the lake? I went there once with my folks. We had some burgers. I got in trouble for swimming too far.
$2 bill, boys, $2 bill. Lost all my money. I'm on my long journey home.
Do you have any family you're close with? Brother or sister? Kids? I have a brother, but I wouldn't say we're close. Just like Seth's family, I guess. Oh yeah? Husband? Bunch of kids? Her husband and I ran out with friends. She had this great kid named Charlie Budge. Sorry. I guess I was always closest with Weaver, as close as someone can be with a girl like that. She was always on her own wavelength, but we were the same age growing up, and everyone else was so busy. When she disappeared, I got pretty angry, and I guess I just stayed that way. I never really understood her, but I knew her. It's lonely without someone like that around. Sorry, you're a good listener. You have a way of falling behind, don't you? I bet you come from a big family of dogs. Yeah, dogs have big families. I like that. You're always surrounded by families. Sounds nice.
Stuck in a raining and I've got to go.
He's inside with Dr. Truman. Are you coming in? Sure, I'll come in. Dr. Truman lets me watch TV sometimes. My folks never watch TV, but I like the way it looks. You said you've lost track of your family earlier. I like the way it looks too. I fix TVs, you know? Whoa, cool, a TV scientist. I bet you make a lot of money. My folks had a really nice house, bigger than any of these houses, but it made them worried all the time. Then the bank took it back. We had to sleep at the bus station, but I couldn't ever get to sleep. So just went out to fly around every night with Julian. We flew really far and we never got lost. When we came back in the morning, they were all gone. They just left you? I don't think so. All our stuff was still there. Maybe they got lost. Okay, so he couldn't sleep and he ran out into traffic during the night and got hit and died probably. Let's see what's on TV. Yeah, what's up, Chad? Sergeant, welcome in. Hello, hello. I'm getting big. This is actually Afterlife and Everyone is Dead kind of vibes from this. Did they already reveal something like that? I have no idea. Like, no, but like, if it isn't, if these people aren't dead, then I would be majestically shocked at that point. Like the entire premise of the game so far has kind of been you're traveling through places, but there's not really anyone else there, and the people that are there, you can't really communicate with them. And some of the people you can communicate with, most of them seem like they've already passed on. Generally speaking, Expectation would be certain for sure, yeah. But I don't think that's this. So when I played this day one, which was last on Tuesday, when I spun the wheel for this game, I was kind of playing with the mindset that this is some sort of game that's supposed to like surprise you or have some shocking twist or something like that. So I was kind of playing it very carefully, and very much like a game where I need to be careful with my choices, and I'm waiting for that twist reveal, but I don't think that's this type of game. I think this is just a very straightforward story where you're just supposed to experience the story, I think. But it does deal with a lot of like people dying, and the twist will be that you have slight autism and can't look most people in the eye. A big thing is like I think Conway doesn't know he's dead, but I think everyone else knows that they're well. The kid doesn't know yet, I don't think, but at least Shannon seems to know that she's dead. Conway seems a little bit on the edge so far. Like he talks about a lot of people in his life that have died, and he was apparently an alcoholic. And then you get to like at the start of the game, you heard there was like a crash with a big trailer, and you can go see the crash. And like Conway is like a trailer driver, and there were a bunch of bottles there, like alcohol bottles. So you're like, I don't know. But a lot of parts of the game are very surreal though. So yeah, I don't know. It's a weird game. But right now I'm just playing. I'm just vibing with it. So we'll see where it goes. Yeah. Oh, it's the ice cream truck. Hi! Hi! Folkens! Det er isbilen! Doggy-treat, loggen! Det er isbilen, kompis. Du kan ikke begynne å offe på isbilen. Sånn kan vi ikke ha det. Vi kan ikke ha det sånn at vi er gærne fordi isbilen er ute. Det må vi nok klare oss med, for å si det sånn. Det er bare isbilen, kompis. Snack time? Well, thank you. I do consider myself a snack. Oh god, did my stream deck crash again? Jesus. I feel like I have to reinstall my computer or something. Something is making my Google Drive crash constantly and my stream deck, and I don't know what or why or why that's happening. There's like a log I can send to Google or something. I think it only happens when I'm streaming, but I'm not sure about that. Maybe if I update OBS, maybe that will fix it? Question mark? Hva var det du sa, Bella? Kom da. How to say that you up a whole new language just to speak to your dogs? Mad respect. I mean, I don't think I think that's like the bare minimum people can do for their pets. Are you telling me you don't have a language that you speak to your cats in? Because if not, then I might have to report you for animal cruelty. And that's the token of having pets. Mostly German. My language is Germanic too. My language is also from the country of German. Okay. Can we see all the dogs? Logan, hi. Oh, Lux. Hi. Ben? Det går pent der, men Lux? Ben? Ben. Hey, good. I heard Alpha, maybe. Might be an old lady coming upstairs. Riktig? Ja. Kom igjen. Ja. Lux. Kom igjen. Kom igjen. Kom igjen. Meget. 6. Riktig. Jeg vet det. Gå igjen. Ta pent. Blink geet. Blink geet. Thank you for the doggy treater team. I'm sure they really, really appreciated that. And if they didn't, then I'm gonna... Once the streamer is off, I'm gonna be so mad. And yeah, I think during the exit interview is when I really realized how badly they had me. But how else can you pay for medical school? I have college friends with debts that can't expect to pay that back unless you're planning to sell painkillers on the side or something. Or, you know, some kind of administrative thing. I don't know having seen that what arthritis did to my grandmother and my best friend in high school destroy his wrist building synthesizers. I mean, he was like 17. Ailments of the joints and limbs just seem important to me. People keep meme gifting me e-girls. Oh yeah, meme gifting. Oh man. Oh no. Are they also tier 3 subs? This time it was 3 months of Morpie. Nice. She's got some giant personalities. She fell off. I feel like I feel like I used to see a clip of her on LSF like literally every day, and I don't think I've seen one. I don't think if you didn't mention her name, I think I would have forgotten about her. Or did the mad incels just get bored of clipping boobies? I mean, Twitch did insert some new rules, I guess, that make it harder to be to bend the rules, I guess. I hope that answered your question. Getting a scholarship with that pharmaceutical company had a lot of strings attached. But at least I have somewhere to practice, even if I have to follow their market trends a bit. And, hey, thanks to all those seminars, I'm an expert on the medical uses of Neuripnol. It's a not so bad Neuripnol. So how about the leg? What happened exactly? My leg was crushed by fallen rocks. Ah, crushing injury. Yeah, those can be pretty bad. Everything gets all compressed, and there are a lot of little bits too. You know what? Never mind. Let's take a look. How bad could it be, right? That's a version of it the new rules imply. Morkpa was an innovator, you heathen. Morg Pie Twitch. Wasn't she the person with the see-through chair? Maybe. Oh, she used to be on the. She used to have like basically a see-through top or whatever. She used to be on like a. She used to like shake everything, didn't she? I don't remember. Yeah, looking at her recent clips, it looks like looks like things are a little bit more mellow over there. But the body paint green. Oh yeah, and also that thing where you hide that you're naked by having the camera. You have the camera like here, and then you're not wearing any like guys. Hey guys, you wanna know what I'm wearing down here? It's nothing. I'm naked. You want some proof, huh? You want some proof? Look at this. Oh, completely naked. He's naked meta queen. Ew. What do you mean, ew? I'll move the camera down for 10 tier 3 subs. Ew, brother, ew. How much for bikini change? I mean, I would have to buy a bikini for that, so I don't know, like a lot of money. What are they singing about? I think they're singing about going home. They're singing about going home. Yeah, they're singing about their home because they're lost right now. It's a scary song. It's scary, but they can still sing about it. Your friend's in a pretty bad shape, isn't he? But it's not like nothing we can handle. You might have a few things to look out for in the future. Be a bit gentle with the leg or the way you walk, but you'll be okay. I've dealt with similar cases before. So the anesthetic we'll use is called Neropnil. It's pretty experimental, but it's more appropriate in cases like yours. The way it works is I'll count backwards from 5 to start the process, and then we'll just have a normal conversation as the Neropnil takes effect. Then I'll get started. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. So let's talk about billing for a moment. The pharmacy company I'm contract. Act 3? Or are we going to intermission then Act 3 maybe? End of Act 2, okay. Maybe we can finish this way. Maybe that is doable. Probably not. The entertainment. Now we're gonna be Bob, Ben, and what's her face again? Maybe. Oh, we're in first person. Cool. Oh, director's notes. Lem Doolittle's original script for A Reckoning has almost no explicit stage directions. From the author's essays and letters, we know Doolittle, though, as an equal partner with the actors. The actor should have equal authority to write by acting into what Doolittle called the living script. Given the lack of stage directions and our own interest as a company in foregrounding the physicality of theater, we made the bold decision to borrow stage directions from his rarely performed pantomime, A Barfly, and fold them into the action of A Reckoning. We've always thought of these two pieces as related, so it's been a very natural gesture to perform them simultaneously and on the same stage. James B. Carrington. I just looked through your channel pointer war. We have the right to lie, said the dramatist, Antonin Artaud, but not about the heart of the matter. Obscure playwright Lem Doolittle seems to have made a project of this distinction in his play, A Reckoning. Originally written shortly before his mysterious disappearance, several decades ago, and published posthumously. The play is a favorite among companies wishing to show their knowledge of local cultural history. How unexpected then to encounter a production that treats this script so irrelevantly. This student company has gone so far as to change the title of the play and even add a new character, a silent, uncredited actor who pantomimes, drunkenness with all the grace of a dog, trying to escape from under a duvet. Still, this staging of the entertainment stays true to the heart of Doolittle's work. Perhaps that's all those students owe him. Lily Thurston, Adair County News. And it seems like you forgot to add squats, preferably involving some mirrors. I feel like this little change, you could see massive growth to your brand fast. But right, yeah, I mean, I already do squats every Tuesday and Thursday, so you're right. And those are the days I stream anyway. So I took a sip of coffee and forgot to drink earlier on. It seems like somebody double dosed this accidentally. Somebody. Your cat looks at you innocently. Somebody once told me the world is gonna run me. Sound 1, distant highway. Sound 2, drone 1. Sound 3, glasses clinking. Sound 4, car passing by. Harry, too hot. It's cool in here. Yep. Like Babylon outside. GD, you're right. Well, cool in here. It's an oasis. I wonder how Ted's holding up. Wait, is that Conway? AC. Down there, they all have it. Sure, you're right. I've never been to Texas. Oh, sure. Or is it, they all have AC. Too cold, almost. In July, even. He's got a hotel. Yeah, hotel life. That's living. Maybe too much. I mean, what's to stop him, really? Meet some tall thing at the hotel bar? Nah. That's a good man. No, I know. He wouldn't run around. You're right. How about a beer? No beer today. Part-time whiskey. That's all you got? It's a good whiskey. Local. Yeah. You take deliveries from them? Sure. You ever see one of them? The boys from Hard Times? What? I heard they're strange. They work hard. They make a good whiskey. Who are we to? Oh, we already read this at some point. Sure, who are we? No one of consequence. What's all this? Read for? Sandwiches? Rain's Law? Huh. The old ones went bad while you were on vacation. You have a good time? While this sandwich is rotted? Oh, you know me. Couldn't shut it off. 7 days on the beach and all I could think about was work. You know, the new kitchen. Maybe hire a hostess, you know. A hostess? At the lower depths? Ha, crazy. Nah, it's not so crazy. I was in a bar. Down there in New Orleans. They had some hostess, some dab. She seats, you know, and, I don't know, points out the specials. Could have specials every night in here. Drink specials? You make cocktails? Nah. Food specials. Monday night chicken. I don't know, grilled chicken. Caesar salad. Class it up, you know. Bess would like it. Here's the Bess. Yeah. Let me grab. Here's the Bess. Good Christian woman. Good Christian woman. How about that sudden? The corner. Not bothering anybody. Been here long? As soon as I opened. Got started a bit earlier, I suspected. On a bender, huh? Sleeping in a ditch or something? Even, you don't think... Maybe Ted? Nah. Ted's a good man, honest, well-liked. He's liked, but he's well-liked. Sales is a good fit. Selling hammers? Can you believe it? Someone has to. The hammers... They don't sell themselves. Here. It's just hard. Head on the road. It's tough all over. What do you do all day? From here, I guess? Sure. That's what I do. Cheap drinks, conversation, and entertainment. Sure. What's tonight? Oh, tonight it's... Oh, Junebug. I'll stay for that. I need some music to get my mind off Ted. Something romantic, you know? A love song from when the world was young. What time? Around 8, maybe. Well, set him up slow, or I'll sleep right through it. I don't know what the point of that was. The premiere at Buffalo Street Student Theater was a curiosity. Two obscure plays by a local author were simultaneously presented for the pleasure of a handful of baffled patrons. The result, An absorbing, if unfocused, drama about the ills of debt and dishonesty. Certainly, the height is Sarah Wakefield's performance as Pearl Slade, the young woman who tries to rid herself of her parents' debts. She's a relation, sadly, her verve and imagination do little to salvage the tepid pantomime of the barfly, a character who perhaps could have done with a few lines after all. Levi Tolbert, Kentucky Post. Doolittle must have been an old bird. Many playwrights, a Tennessee William. I hate the way this is written. I hate the like literally two. There's like 5 words in each box. Descriptions of the play set as they do on any sort of dialogue. So my job is finding ways to be creative within constraint. But Doolittle only describes settings poetically. To be honest, I think he'd have preferred there wasn't a set at all. Well, here I am building one anyway. Serves him right for disappearing. All those years ago, the enigmatic Vino. I don't mind a drunk, but I hate riddles. Lula Chamberlain. Distant highway, nature program, drone 2, door opening, door closing, car passing by. Weird dinosaur show, will you? Nah, those history programs don't make any sense. I prefer nature programs. They think they can. Just say anything on TV. I don't believe there to be a damn word in the Bible about dinosaurs still in the Ark. Been a long time. Since Sunday school for me. Do you go to church though? Nah, not since Bess. It was her church, really. Good Christian woman. Good Christian woman. Well, I'm curious too. See where they're going with it? They've got you now. I just think they're gonna run out of rope before long. Dinosaurs on the Ark? I prefer the nature programs. Yeah. So your vacation was good? 7 days poolside. I thought you said it was a beach. Oh, sure. It was a pool. Was it a pool? Or a beach? Maybe. I don't remember. Weird. You don't think I'm making this up? No, I... Are the old folks here? Just me and Evelyn. All morning. Hi, Evelyn. Then that sot in the corner. You're early, Pearl. Your parents usually don't roll in until the evening, 5 or 6. Everything all right? Oh, sure, thanks. We just have some stuff to talk about. Well, post up here. And let's watch this weird dinosaur show. I'll stand your drink. All Harry's pouring. Today is Hard Times whiskey. That all you got? They make a good whiskey. Sure, but the rumors. Rumors are rumors. Put it on my tab, Harry. You driving, Pearl? Oh, God, no. You know they want almost 40 cents a gallon? Whew! I had the early shift, so I just walked over. In this heat? You still working? Over there at Ace Jewelry and Loan. Joe Harden proudly trading shortcuts for dignity 6 days a week since 1962. At least they have the piety to shut down on Sunday. With Joe's, it's more like a hangover. Can't it be both? Well, I know you see more trade than I do. Must be slow over at the hardware store. Slow isn't the word. And now Ted is out, chilling for quality hammers to make up income. Have you considered quality hammers on your shelf? We made the switch. Recently, and business has tripled. Well, of course I'd love to have dinner with your lovely daughters, Evelyn. Hey, a man gets lonely out on the road. I know how it is. Nah. Harry, have you been traveling right? Sure, yeah. Down in New Orleans, just taking a break. A vacation? Looking around. For ideas. Tell her about the pool or the beach, Evelyn. Sounds nice. And the hostess. I may just cut you off. Looks dejected. Clears the throat. So the pool or the beach? Yeah, Harry. Which was it? Well, it was a week. All for relaxation, and now I'm back. You still look stressed, if you don't mind me saying. He just looks like that. Sure, that's just how I look. I've never known you. I've never known you to leave this bar. Oh no, I get out. You still drive that old truck? I don't know. I think they towed it eventually. The hell you say? But that must have been years ago, Harry. How do you get around now? I take the bus or I walk. You walk to New Orleans? Watch it, Evelyn. Looks dejected. I didn't mean nothing by it, Harry. Harry, did you really go to New Orleans? Now, just where do you two get off? Sorry, forget it. Sure she didn't. Mean nothing by it. We'll lay off you and get back to drinking. Got to be ready for entertainment. Oh, who's on tonight? Tonight's it's Junebug. Works for me. Round 8, I think. I'll stick around. I could do some sad music. I came here to break some hearts. What's that? To dash dreams. What are you talking about? Got to talk to my parents about their bar tab. I won't be paying for them anymore. Hang on now. No, it's time to cut the old folks loose and head west. I can't keep enabling them, you know? A debt's a debt now. Harry, I'm sorry. I know you've got a vested interest, and I don't want to make a victim of you. They'll come up with it somehow, I'm sure. No, it's not that. The thing about debts is you never know when they'll be reckoned and called in. What's that mean? I'm not saying anything, but... I know debt, Harry. I see it all day. It's all around me, like a thick grey fog. It's in the air I breathe, at the pawn shop. They have a new financial technology. I'm the ambassador, did you know that? A new technology? It's a new kind of debt, Evelyn. And it's a mess. What do you mean, a new kind of debt? You know what we do at the pawn shop? Is the point of this just to be pointless? We don't buy used goods, we take personal property as collateral on a loan. And if you don't pay your loan, we sell your stuff. Sure, I get that. It works for people who couldn't get loans otherwise, I guess. Now Harden has this new idea. He calls it payday advance. But it's just a short-term unsecured loan with a wicked interest rate. There's no filtering. Most who borrow can't keep up. Then he has this big pile of debts with big returns on paper, and he can sell those debts to a bank. Huh, who's borrowing like that? Who do you think? When Joe put me in charge of it, the only dark-skinned clerk in the whole shop? You think so? I know it. Don't you see I look just like you? You can trust me. But Joe knows they won't pay on time. There's no money in lending, but there's money in usury. That's in the Bible. I won't be his shill. I just have to save a bit more, and then I'll go to California. I'll be a real clerk at a credit union or something. Something ethical. I just have to get